Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back to Iraq. It's been a couple days since I did an Iraqi video. A couple of things that I think are interesting that are catching my attention. Something, in my opinion, that Iraq should take advantage of, given the current situation. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a moment. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPYSILVER. Yes, it has changed. PIMPYSILVER. So if you're watching this video and it's an older video, make sure you check on current videos because the code is going to be changing from time to time from now on. Also, I can be found on other platforms. Everybody knows I have my own website, Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I post videos that I can't get away with over on YouTube. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. You can also come follow me on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Odyssey. The links for all these platforms will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if I get removed off of one platform, you could find me on the others. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. Go ahead and pause the video and write it down, and feel free to reach out to me. So in the news, what do we got going on? Look at this, a new rise. The exchange rate of the dollar is close to 1,600 dinars for every dollar. That's the wrong direction. Nothing that I would be panicking about, but this is what we're seeing on the local stock exchange. There's a lot of changes taking place over there in Iraq's banks. Those who were participating, of course, have full range and activity to do what they need to do. Those who are not compliant, they're being sanctioned until they get in lockstep with this whole, new world order banking system. It is because they keep talking about how Iraq is linking up some of their banks to the world banking system. When you use words like world, then you know what's going on. So definitely in the wrong direction. 1,600 dinars is not what we want per dollar. The smaller that number gets, the better it is for us. Now, this is interesting. It says the World Bank warns of the danger of climate change on economic development in Iraq. I keep watching all these things about climate change, this and that, talking about all these droughts and stuff. The thing that I'm telling you is what's going on, what's causing these droughts. Case in point is here in Iraq. We know the Euphrates River is dried. And they haven't seen it dried in over 2,000 years. So what's causing it? It isn't drought. The World Bank acknowledged that the time has come to close the development gap in Iraq and create a society that addresses the problems and consequences of climate change, which may endanger social stability and prospect for economic development. This is an event that's planned and it's being pushed on us. The Iraq government is more aware of environmental problems surrounding the country. So as RONA, the bank's Sustainable Development Program officer, said, stressing the need to take measures to close the development gap and create a society that is more responsive to the problems and consequences of climate change. So we have a North and South Pole. These are ones that we're told by the powers that be are the North and South Pole. But that's not where the true magnetic North and South Pole are. Every year, it moves approximately 30 miles away from the spot it was before. So if you have a bunch of ice that starts off at the top and all of a sudden the earth starts shifting this way, well, guess what? Eventually this ice is going to melt. And then you're just going to keep going this way to stay as close to the true North and South poles as possible. This guy was pointing out that these pictures over where these mountains are, where all the ice cap has melted, and they're going, oh my God, look at all the ice cap. It's all melted. And the guy said, yeah, but on the other side of that mountain is record level snow. They've never had it before. Ice pack, record levels of it. That's because as the earth is cranking one way, the ice adjusts, obviously. Here's another thing that's driving me crazy, these droughts. Let me show you something. This is Iraq right here. See this? This is the Euphrates River. This is the Tigris River. The Euphrates goes through Syria as well as Turkey. The Tigris River slightly goes through Syria, but goes into Turkey. Turkey is trying to destroy the economy of Syria. They built a bazillion dams up here, and they stopped the water from coming down. Well, guess who else it affects? It's not just Syria. It also affects Iraq. So you can see the title of this video says how Turkey is responsible for this drying river in Syria. But again, it's not just Syria. It goes down into Iraq. Let's just hear a small part of it.
As drought grips the Mediterranean region, the Euphrates River has run dry. The West has accused Turkey of weaponizing water by tightening the tap upstream. However, a Turkish diplomatic source told that Turkey never reduced the amount of water it releases from its transboundary rivers for political or any purpose. In 1987, Turkey agreed to allow an annual average of 500 cubic meters per second of water across its border to ensure Syria's fair share. But that has dropped to as low as 200 cubic meters per second in recent months.
Right there it says, analyst says drought served Turkey's goal of strangling Syria economically. So they're using it as a weapon. It's nothing to do with climate change. Remove the dams. As a matter of fact, Iraq got so pissed one time they threatened to blow up the dams over there in Turkey. And you can see right here again. The country causes Euphrates River drying up quickly in 2023.
And 23 have come. The Euphrates River is getting drier. The water is getting hotter day after day. The Euphrates River is stopped flowing in Iraq. There is only a little water left in the river. The water quality is bad. It is obviously undrinkable. Many people get sick by drinking the water. Even fish cannot survive on that water. Many fish have died on the banks of the rivers. Many lakes also dry.
So yeah, it is. It's which country's causing it? Turkey is. They have these huge dams. They got like 400 dams blocking the water. Now look where the water is. And then look at these buildings that were started to be built. They stopped. This is housing. But there is a silver or a gold lining in all this. The Tigris River as well as the Euphrates River have a plethora of gold. I mean a ton of gold. It's been scanned by new technology, and it shows that most of the gold is extremely shallow. As a matter of fact, this person was showing some panning on there. He was saying you can see a bunch of little nuggets. You have to do a little bit of digging, but not a lot. But some of the nuggets were about this damn big. Well, the problem might be that the people don't know anything about gold panning, but I'll be out there with the metal detector every damn day. Every day I'd be out there yanking up nuggets, but most people don't know about it. I do. If I thought I can get over there and get away with using a metal detector and picking up gold and bringing it home with me, I'd do it. My fear would be that I get caught by somebody like ISIS and they'd lop my head off. You know? So when I see this kind of crap, I'm like, it just disgusts me because most people don't do the research to learn what's really going on. So these droughts, they are causing problems for society. If you can't farm, and a lot of farmers in Iraq have given up their farms and went to go work elsewhere. They don't have the water to grow the crops. So that is going to affect one of the exports of Iraq, their agriculture. So that affects their monies. It also affects the worldwide food shortages that's going on. Sudan to Germany next week, we will put forward ideas for economic partnership. Again, you can see this government is partnering up with all those individuals involved with the World Economic Forum. Germany is a major player. France is a major player. United States, the UK are major players. So not surprising at all. So we can just skip down here and you can see what the meeting is about. It says, we will discuss gas investment and strengthen the presence of Germany investment companies in Iraq, noting that we will put forward ideas to achieve economic partnership to make Iraq a meeting point for the countries of the region in accordance with the common interests of all. Remember, I was saying that Iraq is a strategic location. There's a lot of countries that want to try to find a way to influence the people there or actually just find a way to take control of Iraq. They are the gateway into the Middle East just because of where their ports are. And if and Iraq's right there, so if you can get into Iraq, you can go all these other directions, all these other countries you have access to. So that's great that Germany will be able to bring in business. That's what you want. One of the things they want to do is Siemens, the people who do who will be working on Iraq's electricity. So they are going to have the jobs to come in there and install the electricity grid necessary for Iraq to have electricity, obviously. But there's a big stall in this, and because the United States wants to be involved. So the United States will fund this project, and Germany will actually do the work. So the Sudanese advisor, the stability of the dollar exchange rate requires a diplomatic effort. Yeah, because the United States actually controls this. Watch. I've been saying this for the longest time, and not just here. There's all kinds of agreements with the United States that they, for some reason, have the ability to control the markets around the world. It says the economic advisor to Saleh said that the stability of the exchange rate of the dollar against the Iraqi dinar in the local markets requires diplomatic effort. The international compliance restrictions in foreign currency requests for private banks and merchants through the windows of central banks of Iraq pushed to reduce the sale of currency during the past days, and this matter prompted a temporary excess demand for foreign exchange, which had a direct impact on the issue of rising the exchange rate in the local markets. I was watching this on video on the black markets over there in Iraq, and currency is a big one. They were highlighting a female who has a connection, obviously, with the United States. And what she's able to do is she goes and takes the US dollars, hundreds of dollars, and she buys Iraqi dinars. Now she's buying them on the black market for something ridiculous, like 2,500 dinars for every dollar, because the people want the US dollar more. And that's a black market for it, because you can see right here that the market says right now on the exchange rate, it's 1,600 dinars for every dollar. The official exchange rate is 1,450 dinars for every dollar. But she's getting 2,500 or more dinars for every dollar. She takes the dinars, brings them back to an individual who then resells them here in the United States for a premium. So between the two of them, they're making a ton of money hand over fist. And these are just small-time people working the black market. You can imagine somebody on a much larger scale. Now, this is a biggie I didn't talk about the other day. The government movement to complete the requirements for Iraq's accession into the World Trade Organization. You know, this is going to affect their currency, too, in a positive way, because now they are going to be a much bigger player on the international scene. This also allows them certain privileges, especially ones that affect their exchange rate. Said the Ministry of Commerce on Wednesday detailed its plans to complete the requirements for Iraq's accession into the World Trade Organization. Said a media center in the ministry told the official news agency the Committee on Iraq's accession into the World Trade Organization, headed by the Minister of Commerce and the membership of representatives of ministers and bodies, as well as representatives from the private sector, blah, 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 blah. They were there. He explained the ministry's plan during the current year includes the completion of technical accession files in terms of goods, services, and intellectual property, in addition to harmonizing legislation and laws with the agreements of the multilateral organization. The plan includes holding office meetings at the organization in Geneva and to have high coordination with member states that carry an economic weight in the organization to mobilize support, accelerate accession procedures, and make Iraq an active member and partner in making economic decisions and formatting trade policies that enhance Iraq's integration into the global community. So we know that when Trump was in office, he was actually trying to assist in this procedure, helping Iraq expedite their way through the World Trade Organization. So here we are just a short couple years later, and it looks like they're getting ready to finalize at least this next stage. They want to complete by this year. The future for Iraq is looking really good. It really is. Look, I get it. A lot of you were promised all kinds of crap from all these other YouTubers talking about their insider trader, blah, 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 telling you it's going to be this year, it's going to be this month, it's going to be during this budget. That's why I keep warning people, be careful about what these people are saying, because they're full of crap. They really are. You know that old saying, if you throw enough crap up against the wall, something's bound to stick? They've been lying and misleading people for so long. When the exchange rate finally changes in our favor, they're going to come out and go, I told you so, I told you so. Yeah, it's real simple. If I have a team that I like in sports and it's lost all year long, and the following year, I'm going to tell people, man, my insider guy said they're going to win a game today. Well, eventually they're going to win a game, okay? Same thing. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. Let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments, and I will catch you later. I'm out.